Hey everyone, it's Jessica at Pretty Prints and Paper, and today I'm talking about how I'm customizing one of my bullet journals by using some lettering and embossing powder. It is all the rage, and here is how I'm customizing my cover. I'm using my Leuchtturm notebook and using this Versamark embossing pen, Michael's Artist Loft paintbrush, an embossing powder from Michael's, and a heat gun. So let's get started. The first thing that I am going to do is decide what I'm going to letter on my cover. And then I will just etch that in. And I'm using fake calligraphy for this since I'm using that bullet tip instead of the brush tip, which means that I'm just going back over and thickening those downstrokes. This is just a really sticky ink, and this is one of a couple options. I haven't tried the Ranger brand pen yet, but it seems like it works pretty well, so that's kind of next on my list. But for now, I'm using this Versamark and trying to make sure that I hurry up a little bit so that I can beat the clock when it comes to the drying. So this will work by being extra sticky for the powder that goes on top of it, and when you put the heat gun on it, it'll melt the metal in the powder and then have it kind of gel all together into a whole new look. So again, the first thing that you want to do is really sketch out what you want to do because the time is of the essence when you actually have to draw it in. And then the next piece is that you're going to want a scratch piece of paper on the bottom so that it picks up all of your extra powder. And you see it's kind of blowing everywhere, and honestly it's still not off of my desk, so maybe newspaper would be really good for this. But I'm trying to cover up the entire area so that it catches onto that sticky ink. And then as I'm dusting this off, I kind of realized there's more that I could have done to prevent the static on this, so Google a little bit. I've tried using some detergent or the fabric softener sheets for the dryer, rubbing that over and making sure that that removes that static, because you can see there's some residual powder around my letters, and this is where that brush really comes in, going in and just cleaning up some of the edges a little bit. Now you just shake it all out, put it back into the jar, and in hindsight should have screwed on the lid. So pro tip, screw on the lid, and then you just start heating this up. And the cover takes to it pretty easily, so you just hold that heat source gently over and you can see the color change. The metal flecks start to melt and then completely form in a whole new way on top of the cover. And the cover holds up to this, so there's no warping, there's no bending, which is kind of cool because it leaves a lot of possibility for the cover of your notebook. You can kind of see that I could have cleaned up the edges a little bit better here, so keep that in mind when you're doing your own, and think about how you're gonna keep those edges clean. But that's all it took, you guys. It took me like 10 minutes, and I've got this beautiful cover that I'm going to use. And thinking about what else I can emboss. So check out my post coming up on Dawn Nicole's blog. You'll see I have a couple other ideas as to what else you can emboss. But that's all I got for you today. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, but most of all, just enjoy. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!